Hey, this is Melissa Dragon Man, just giving you an update on what's going on with SB3. I also don't want to make this page just about gun bill stuff. Obviously, it's really important though because it affects our state greatly and the residents in it. But I don't want to take away from the fact that we still are managing a business. My dad is doing a lot of motor stuff, so we've been posting some videos on that. The museum is opening in April, and we have shooting ranges, the firearm store. So after this quick little update, I'm actually going to go into 5 concealed carry handguns that are new that I would recommend to you guys. So last night, SB3 did finally go to the Senate floor around like 4 o'clock, and it was kind of heavily debated on by a lot of the Republicans after Tom Sullivan and Julie Gonzalez got up to make their initial statements. And I really just have to give a lot of credit and respect to the Republican senators, Barbara Kirkmeyer, Larry Liston, Senator Pelton's, both of them, Mark Baisley, Paul Lundeen, Lisa Frizzell. They were really trying to make amendments for veterans, for victims of domestic violence. That was Lisa Frizzell and Larry Liston. The Democrats voted it down, so it was kind of hypocritical that they say they're for victims of domestic violence and veterans and stuff, but they didn't want to vote on that amendment. It was kind of a wild thing to watch last night, and I have been putting posts on our YouTube post and on Facebook. I put the links so that people could watch to actually see what is going on in their state, because I think that it's critical stuff that really will have an impact in the future and future generations and stuff. Like, this is important, and if we allow this to happen, it just slowly erodes our rights over time, and it's not good. We have to put a stop to it. We have to pay attention. Unfortunately though, some things did happen, but it was really wild to watch. I haven't really seen a whole lot of types of things on the Senate floor where the sponsors weren't really fully prepared. And it seemed like the amendments that were brought forth by Julie Gonzalez and Tom Sullivan were because of our governor, and he didn't want to approve it as is. And it seemed like these were the amendments that needed to be made for him to approve of this bill if it comes down to that, which was that you have to now, potentially, if the bill passed and became law, you'd have to take a 4-hour class, 4 to 6 hour class, and get a permit essentially to then purchase the firearms that this bill would ban. They didn't really know the details of it, so she actually took it off the table, and a lot of Republicans came up and they're like, absolutely not. We're not compromising on that whatsoever. Our rights are not a privilege, and we shouldn't have to have a permit for this. So thank you so much to those. All the Republican senators fought super hard last night, and around 1:30 in the morning, the amendment was voted through. However, they worked out the kinks, and it was voted through on a 18 to 15 vote. Now, before you're like, that's not good, there is some good news about it though. Because of that amendment, it actually, I believe, attached about a $1.7 million fiscal note, so that now it has to go back to the Appropriations Committee. The Financial Committee essentially has to approve it. And from what I'm hearing, Colorado doesn't have a budget for that. And I'm also hearing that if bills get onto the governor's desk that have a lot of, financial requirements attached to it, that he would automatically veto it. So this could still die in the Appropriations Committee. If they do approve it, it will still then go to the House floor as a whole, because the Republicans delayed it so long to be voted on today, Friday, February 14th. It was not able to go to a third reading today. So it now has to, go over till Tuesday. So it gives us some time. So if you still want to, let your senators know how you feel. I know that Senator Doherty was really on the fence. Tony Exum here needs a lot of pressure on him. And, it gives us some time. And if it gets voted through, it will have that fiscal note attached to it. And when it goes to the House, they'll then have to deal with it. And then Polis may not even sign it with that fiscal note. So there is some hope for the fact that this bill could still be killed. And I think that a lot of this was attributed to you guys emailing those senators, let them know how you feel. I do think that we made a huge difference, and you guys just all did an amazing job to fight for our rights. And it's kind of an emotional thing, because this is something that we shouldn't have to argue about. It's wild that we're even having these conversations, because it is in our Second Amendment, and, you know, shall not be infringed is clear as day. So yesterday also there was an ammo bill. I actually testified on it, and unfortunately it passed 7-6. Tisha Morrow over in Pueblo, I think she's in district either 45 or 35, but she's in Pueblo, and her district came up completely red during the general election, showing that it was actually one of the ones that voted for Trump. So her vote did not reflect on her constituents, and you know, come election time, just remember Tricia Morrow if you're living in Pueblo County, because she was the deciding vote and she voted it through. And this bill will essentially make it to where no one under 21 can purchase ammo. 18 to 21, you have to have someone from a store get the ammo out for you, and also a couple of other things. Whereas the initial bills, now we can't sell to under 21 here in Colorado, even though that was a precedent was set on a national level that was unconstitutional. So I'm waiting for that to come back to Colorado, and that was overturned by the 5th Circuit Court of Appeals. On a national level, the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals denied that here in Colorado, so now we can't sell under 21. There was an exemption, though, to allow active duty military, peace officers, and those opposed by the post board, but the same exemption was not made in this bill. So it just goes to show how moronic these bills are, because now there's an exemption to sell a firearm to active military, but we can't sell them the ammo. Try to give you guys some updates, and that's what's going on. So we'll see what happens in the Appropriations Committee. We'll see what happens over time, and I'll give you guys an update. All right, so that's it. I still want to make it about firearms. So here are the top 5 compact, sort of, concealed carry guns that I would recommend, and there's going to be 3 at the end that I don't have that I would recommend. I just don't have them. They're either going to be really expensive, or they are not keeping up with demand. So number 1, I'm going to just talk about this. I think it's the only 380 that I have, but maybe you've heard of it, maybe not. It's a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. This guy is so tiny. It's amazing that it actually handles recoil really well, but it does, and I can't tell you how popular this firearm has been to a lot of men. I think I've maybe sold like 1-to-5 ratio women to men. I think they really like it because it's super compact. You can really hide it and you can conceal it well. So the Bodyguard 2.0 by Smith & Wesson, it does have a double stack magazine capable of holding 12 rounds. So you get that higher capacity in a very small compact package, and it has a lot of real estate for your grip. So a lot of men typically have kind of larger hands, and it actually will accommodate those larger hands a little bit with the longer grip. So pretty cool, and you can get it with the safety or not, and that's going to be in a 380. Comes with an additional magazine. The second one that I'll talk about is the SIG P365 X Macro Comp. So this is going to be the same gun as essentially the P365 Legion, except it's going to be in a polymer frame. The Legion is in a steel frame. So you're going to be paying about $500 more for the steel frame, but $400 to $500. I will say I own the steel frame and I love it. But if you just want something for concealed carry, you also don't want it to be weight bearing. I can't tell you how heavy that thing is. When I have it on any of like my crossbody bags or so forth, pretty heavy. So the polymer frame is going to be lighter, allows you to accept a red dot, has some nice real estate for your grip, and then also comes with a higher capacity mag. The great thing about the X Macro Comp is it is a true compensator where the barrel does end before the compensator, the ports start, so that it deflects those gases upward and allows you to get on target a lot better, deflecting the actual recoil of the gun. So it is very enjoyable to shoot. Also comes with 2 magazines. The retail on these, this is like about maybe on the $500 range, and this is about the $750 range. All right, moving on down the line. This one is the new CSXE by Smith & Wesson. It's actually really funny that I'm recommending 2 Smith & Wessons, and I don't even have a single Glock here. Didn't think that would happen. I am more of a SIG girl and a Glock girl, but I happen to have 2 Smith & Wessons. Why I like this one though is because as opposed to the original CSX. This one has a longer barrel and it also has a better trigger. You also get an additional magazine. So the trigger on this, when I felt it, first of all, it's nice and compact, but you guys can all see that it's clear. You can press the trigger. That reset is extremely minor. And then you can go for the follow-up shot. So this will essentially allow you to get on target better, get a better follow-up shot, be more accurate, and not have a lot of recoil on that follow-up shot. So it's just a really enjoyable gun to shoot. Has a safety if that's what you like. It does have a hammer on the back. So a lot of people will see hammers and they're like, oh no, I don't know what to do about that. They find it intimidating. It's basically just single action only. So you can't shoot it in the double action mode. So when you press the trigger, it only performs one function, which is to bring the hammer forward. Now, the cool thing about the CSXE is it also comes with 3 magazines. It comes with a 12, you get that right? Sorry, a 10. Comes with a 12, a 15, and a 17. So here in Colorado, we have a 15 round magazine capacity limit. So as far as that is concerned, you'll still definitely get some additional mags, but we just can't really give out the 17. But it's still a great compact package. So check it out, the Smith & Wesson CSXE. It also comes with another grip you can change out with that's going to be more aggressive than the smoother grip. So. All right, moving down the line is a Walther PDP Compact Pro. So this is a firearm that I probably wouldn't have chosen unless a customer had brought it to my attention. So someone had ordered this, and I'm not really a huge Walther person, but they've been coming out with some nice stuff. Same with Beretta. Beretta's been coming out with some cool stuff too, but this one just has like a really nice grip on it, really molds to your hand, a lot of real estate, the oversized mag well. Would you conceal carry this? I don't know. It's up to you guys. I get a lot of people that come in here that actually buy some oversized guns that they do plan on concealed carrying. I think it's a little wild, but if that's you, then this might be a great option for you. Some things about this that kind of started to win me over was, number one, obviously it has a threaded barrel, ability to accept a suppressor. I always like that. The ability to accept a red dot because, you know, why not have the option? The main 2 components of this that I found really advantageous were, one, it's all ambidextrous, even on the slide. So if you are left-handed, you can now rack that slide back with your thumb and not have to use your index finger. The last thing that really won me over was the trigger. So just like the CSX, super, super light trigger and also really little trigger travel before the reset. Press back and you're, you know, going to be super accurate for that follow-up shot. So the trigger in this guy was just really, really quality. The engineering behind it really was great. And so for that reason, I put this in my top 5, the Walther PDP Compact. All right, now I got one left for you, but I got 2 options within that last one. So the Canik MC9L and then the MC9LS. Now, the reason why I picked this one is because I did a video a couple years ago on just the MC9, and I was really blown away by how great that felt, the accessories that you got with it, and the price tag. So we sold a lot of them. People really liked it. We got a lot of good feedback. And the great thing about these is that it's really affordable, but the new upgraded versions just basically have some more real estate on the grip. And then also the MC9L has a longer barrel. So you can have that longer barrel choice, just kind of like the SIG P365 or the XL. You just have a longer barrel, and that's what differentiates the models. But you now have a longer grip. So, and then you can also get one with a shorter barrel. So it's going to be a lot more compact. These are going to be all ambidextrous as well. So you left-handed people, the gun industry is starting to, you know, actually accommodate you guys, and you have the ability to accept a red dot. The trigger on this is super light. I shot this gun already. I really loved it. I was super accurate with it, and it just felt really nice in my hand. And it does come with a lot of accessories, as Canik is known for. If you open it up, you get a ton of stuff in here. So in the original MC9L, you did get a couple more accessories, I think, but you take that off and check it out. You get different grip panels. You get a little cleaning kit. You get a holster with it. You get an extra magazine with a speed loader. And then you also get this cute little gun that you might think, oh, cool. It's just, you know, for me to have. And it's like a novelty, but it also serves a purpose You take off that base pad, it has all of the tools needed to accommodate different types of red dots. So very cool stuff by Canik. And that is my top 5 that we have currently in the store. I actually have a lot of other ones that I would recommend, but you know, for these reasons and the fact that they're new, this is what I'm recommending. Some other ones that I don't have here that I would recommend is the H&K CC9. They just promoted it at SHOT Show, and it was a really compact H&K package that I've never seen before. I really only know of the VP9, but this is going to be smaller than that. I checked it out. I really liked it. One of the first guns by Heckler & Koch that have really won me over. I do like all of their products, but I kind of just gravitate more towards other brands. But the CC9, I can't wait to have it in. No one has it. It's sold out everywhere, or they're just really not shipping them out yet. So when I get that one in, I'll definitely try to show you guys, do a little video on it. And then also, we don't really have them here, but the Laugo Arms Remus is their compact version. If you guys have ever seen these guns by Lago Elion, they are kind of imported over from Europe. They have a pretty hefty price tag on it. I think this one retails around $6,000. And it has some really cool engineering behind it. We don't really stock a lot of them because, as you can imagine, just the people who can afford those guns just readily is far and few. But if you guys would like to see us start stocking those, let us know. And then also the last one, really like staccato stuff. The CS is going to be the more of their compact stuff. They came out at SHOT Show with a firearm, a model that will accept now Glock mags. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. Something about staccato though. So a lot of you asked me if I have them in the store. I don't, because staccato hasn't approved our application yet, and it's been 3 years. Every year I go back, I talk to them, I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know, please approve us. Our customers constantly ask for your products, and they kind of just tell me, yes, you know, it's hopeful. We'll take a look at it. And then I don't really get a whole lot of feedback after, and I just haven't gotten approved yet. So if you guys would like to see staccato here, please reach out to the staccato team. Tell them how badly you would love to see Dragonman stock staccato. The only 2 retailers that stock them here in Colorado Springs don't have a range component. We do. So I think it'd be really great, because then we can rent them out to you. And also we do rent semi-automatic stuff now. We weren't in the past, but we are now. So if you want to rent some of these guns, come on out. We have someone here that can accommodate a rental Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we also rent out full autos by 1 day advance notice for the appointment. So a lot of things going on here, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And then, as always, we are open year round, but the museum is not. That opens in April. And I think during that weekend, I have a little surprise for you guys. I'm going to do a little demo with one of the companies for suppressors that we stock. And I'm going to try to do like a 3-part series with that, but just want to kind of give you guys some anticipation, and I'll announce that here in a couple of weeks. And then you can come out that week and actually demo their products. We'll also have a machine gun vendor on site where you can shoot a ton of different machine guns. So come on out, check us out, and I'll be giving you guys updates on this build stuff. If you have any questions, give us a call, 719-683-2200. We're open Tuesday through Sunday, 9:30 to 4.